I'm Bob Vogt. I'm Matt's stepdad. I love that young man. I just want to tell you a little bit about my experience when I come down here Saturday to visit him. I had never seen him with his eyes open since his accident, and it was wonderful. He opened his eyes. He followed me around the room. We asked him questions. He nodded. He actually moved and was responding to our questions. It was just a wonderful thing. And today, which is Monday, the holiday, I went to visit him this morning, and he was watching a football game, laying there in that bed, staring at that TV. It was just a wonderful sight to see. Just made our hearts warm right up. And Joe was asking him questions, and he was like rolling his eyes at her and kind of like nonchalantly raising his hand, and she'd hold his hand, talk to him, and all of a sudden he was just laying there watching the TV with both eyes this time. One was going one way and one was going the other, and he's got them kind of get together now. And he's watching the football game, and he raised his hand and he pointed at the TV, and I followed his finger up there, and there was a young man on a football field that got hurt, and they were putting him on a stretcher. And he just wanted to acknowledge that. That was something. That was something. And then he just wants to clutch my hand, have like a arm wrestle handshake, and just hold it. And I'd pray with him, talk to him. He'd roll his eyes at certain questions, and he would, nod his head. Or like today, I asked him. I said, I know he can move his right leg because sometimes he was kicking with that leg. Before he had his eyes open, he did. And I said, hey, Matt, you think you can move your left leg? He just kind of rolled his eyes and shook his head like that. So it's just a wonderful thing that he's showing response to questions, and it just made our hearts feel really good. And God is healing him, and he will recover.
Okay, hi, I'm Jill. I'm Matt's mom, and we went in to see Matt today, and he was doing exceptionally well. It was a really good day. Matt's kind of funny. His personality is showing through a lot now. He has a way of throwing his arm up like okay, I don't want to talk about that anymore, or oh, whatever kind of thing. He does look at you when you talk to him, most of the time, unless he's tired of talking to you, and he'll look straight ahead or at the television. He definitely looks good. He looks so much better than he did 2 weeks ago. Every day there's an improvement with his looks, with his face. The swelling has gone down, the bruising has gone down. You can really see a big improvement in him every day. He does nod. Sometimes when you talk to him, he'll nod yes or no if you ask him a question. And he doesn't always do that. Sometimes he doesn't want to do that, so his arm will go up, or he'll, whatever, and look away. It was great. It was great seeing him like this. He's funny. Not so much now, but his personality is starting to show through. But anybody that knows him knows he's got a great personality. We're starting to see more of that. So.
Hello, Matt. Craig Nog here. He's the reason I know Matt is because he was my neighbor, A, but B, probably my best friend in Nashville in a tough time for me moving to Nashville, not knowing anybody, and he really kind of helped make that an easy transition for me and made it an exciting, fun transition, something that I look forward to every weekend, aka Friday Day, which is, I know Matt knows what's up with Friday Day, but the other day, I know we're talking about positive occurrences in the hospital thus far, and the one thing, and I'm not going to talk about today, I'm going to talk about 2 days ago on Saturday, and it was, I literally left more ecstatically happy than I ever have in my, I was so pumped, because it was so awesome, and it all started, the first thing that I said, after I told him that Michigan State had put the whooping on Jacksonville State, is that I was like, I asked a pretty dumb question, and this is how I knew Matt was 100% with us. The fact that I was like, Matt, how's it going? And he looked at me, and he gives me, like, he rolls his eyes, and he lifts up his hand, and he's like, as if to say, Craig, how do you think I'm doing? I'm laying in a hospital bed, and I was like, alright, touche, Matt. Dumb question. I'm sorry. I'll try to ask more intelligent questions moving on. But there's another point where he lifted up his hand, and I didn't quite know what to do. And I'd held his hand for a while, and he lifted up his hand like he wanted something else, and I was like, okay. So I kind of lowered my face down there, and he started patting me on the cheek, and feeling my ear and feeling my face, and realizing that it was somebody there that a friend of his, and it was so funny, and I wound up laughing super hard, and he basically felt my cheek, felt my ear, kind of realized that there's a person there, and then and then he gave me one of these where he gave me like a few hard slaps on the face, and I was just like, I just started laughing so hard, and it was so awesome, because it was like something that I would imagine myself doing to a friend, or something that I would want a friend, recognizing a friend, me being there, and I don't know, and there's more and more stories. I'm gonna let the rest of the time kind of tell the tale, but I left that hospital that day more hopeful and more happy than I ever hoped to nor expected to ever, and I know that he's gonna make a 100% recovery in the fact that I know that my friend is there mentally. He's probably a little frustrated right now, as we all would be, laying in a bed for too long, but I have the utmost confidence that he's there, and he's just trying to reach out to us, because he knows that we've all been there supporting him. So I guess that's all I got, but thank you for all the positive thoughts and prayers.